Hi, Tess.
I just took your, so it's called
Hatha yoga.
Hatha yoga. It's also known as restorative yoga.
No, actually what we did today isn't restorative yoga.
Oh.
Restorative yoga is when you use props instead of your muscles in a pose. You let the muscles totally relax, and it's more about easing and letting your joints ease. So what we did today was classified as Hatha yoga.
Oh, and what makes it Hatha specifically?
Is that we're holding poses for a long time.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
not consistent movement like in vinyasa. You move on the inhale and exhale constantly with the flow, right?
Yeah.
We held poses for longer.
We did.
And we do use props. I'm a big lover of props.
Yeah.
Actually co-authored a book with another woman on using props. So big thing for me. But what we did was not restorative.
Okay, but it was very soothing and relaxing. And when you see restorative, you think soothing, relaxing, calming. But this one, the purpose of this class is to, you say, when you designed this class, what did you have in mind?
We did a lot of twists, and twists specifically help with digestion and assimilation. So it is the ability to, we're not just speaking of your food, digestion and assimilation, but also emotions and psyche, thoughts. So it's taking what's there and wringing it out and letting go of what's not serving you and what isn't helpful, and keeping what is helpful and supportive of you.
Oh, that makes sense. Because you do feel like you're wringing yourself out when you twist, and then you said when you breathe in again, then breathe in like something kind of fresh and new, that after that got wrung out.
Right.
It was really, I feel very relaxed right now. And is this yoga, is it sort of your specialty that you like the kind that's good for the soul, we'll say?
I hope so. I always have an intention with the practice that I do. Sometimes it's more energizing, create more enthusiasm, get into the heart maybe a little more, and sometimes it's more grounding and stabilizing to release and let go. Today it was this wringing out thing. It just felt like it's the right season for that.
Yeah, because I might not be the only one who's got like emotions that are coming up that, like, even if I can maybe try to understand what they are, I don't know how to like get them out of me.
Right. Yoga is a wonderful vehicle for getting energy to move, energy that's stuck, thoughts that are stuck. Yoga's perfect for that, right? And that's why there's such a focus on the breath to get everything moving.
Yeah, and lately you said, and when you gave me the pose for before sleeping, and even in class you mentioned that you don't have to force this big deep breath. Like maybe sometimes you do, but there was something about like you said you don't even have to do anything to like just breathe how you normally would breathe. And I noticed I was breathing really shallow. But that's okay?
Right, no judgment with it. You just really want to observe, because they say that the breath will tell you everything about your state of mind. If the breath is short and struggling and shallow, then your mind's probably really busy. But when you start to focus on just breathing naturally, everything starts to calm down.
And we don't have to force it. It's all kind of, and then being in your class with your voice, like everything did start to just, not at first, it took,
right,
I'm gonna say 15, 20 minutes, but then everything started to just slow down, and I could sink into it, which I do a little bit of yoga at home in the morning, but I really like being able to just turn my brain off, not even know what the next pose is gonna be or anything, because I'm just following what you say.
Right.
Very slowly, and I can just try to go with it. My mind wandered, a few times where
Which is normal,
thinking
right.
about what I have to do later.
Right, it's normal. And there's no judgment in that. The mind wanders, it just does. And what you just want to do is notice and come back. Notice and come back.
That's it?
Without judgment, yes, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that's why this is. I've heard people. I've never done a hot yoga, but I've heard when I've mentioned yoga, people are like, they tried a hot or like a really challenging yoga, and they're like, no, yoga's not for me. And I was like, I don't know. There's different kinds that we need to learn about.
There are different kinds. There's different traditions of yoga too, but this tradition, which is my teacher is Rod Stryker, and it's Tantra Yoga Alchemy, and it is using the practice to support whatever it is you need so that you're staying calm and stable in the midst of all this chaos and change that's going on right now.
Yeah, that would be a good thing to be able to do. So does the teachings that you have, are you able to incorporate them into your day and your life?
I work at it just like everybody else.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And do you want to tell us how you came to yoga? Like, how was it introduced in your life?
Well, it was, I was a personal trainer. I had been in a corporate environment and I left, and it was very stressful. I didn't know what I was going to do next. And I started to exercise, so I thought, well, okay, I'll become a personal trainer. So I started doing that, took the test, passed. And I got kind of fascinated I kept hearing about mind, body stuff, and I was curious what that was. So I went on a retreat, and I learned this technique that was kinesthetic dance movement. NIA, N-I-A, right?
Oh my gosh, Ginny was just telling me about this. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Right. It's kinesthetic dance movement. You move, I mean, we used scarves and danced around, and it was really fun. And in NIA, we got belts, like in martial arts, and my teacher kept telling me, you don't know how to breathe. You don't know how to breathe. You really need to take a yoga class. So I did. I started taking yoga classes and I fell in love with it. Went through a teacher training program. That was back in 1997 in Chicago at Moksha Yoga. And when I was done, I just knew this was it. I had found my thing, if you will. So I stopped doing personal training. I stopped doing Mia, and I just threw myself into yoga 100%. And in 2002 is when I met my now teacher, Rod Stryker. He came to Chicago. And so I went through a teacher training again with him. And that's where I learned this. It was much more focused on breath and meditation, always meditation at the end of every practice. And I knew it was for me.
Yeah, meditation at the end, it would for me, and it wouldn't have worked at the beginning, but by the end, I was so wound down that I could do it. And obviously, meditation is hard to slow your brain down, but it prepped me so that by the end, my brain was pretty, like, it felt like the volume was just the whole time was going down, 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 so that at the end I could really enjoy that. And that's about as close as I could come to meditate. Like, I try, but my brain's always like, ooh.
Right. I think people have a wrong expectation about meditation. They expect their mind to just shut off and to sit in that quiet space. But really, starting to meditate is just learning how to get focused enough on your breath so that your mind comes down to only doing one thing instead of 50 things at the same time.
And again, is that just paying attention to our breath?
Yes, and
We don't have to.
Well, no, there are different breathing techniques, right, that have 4 specific energies. But today, it was just diaphragmatic breathing.
Oh yeah. So in your class, you explore different avenues in this, but all within this kind of safe umbrella of like we're here to integrate. You'd say like our mind, body, like all the stuff that
And soul.
and soul that all the stuff I've been going through the last few days was all kind of disjointed in me, and through that slow process I feel like it all sort of settled into where it belonged, and I feel at least, you know, able to move forward as one whole person. I was all kind of like a Picasso painting kind of.
And that's wonderful, right? And then that'll disappear again. You know, that's why you keep coming back to the mat.
Yeah.
That's another part of it, is learning to hold that space where you feel really unified. Learning to hold that space for longer periods of time.
Okay. Yeah, it's it was truly wonderful, and I could see where in conjunction with therapy and having a counselor, a therapist, or even like I do Pilates, but it's so different than Pilates.
It is,
that
yes.
it's just I could easily just do both, and they'll serve my body in different ways.
Absolutely. So in Pilates, you're asked to really focus on your muscles and what they're doing. In yoga, we ask you to get into a pose and then just surrender to it. Stop thinking about your muscles and what they're doing. Come back to your breath.
Yeah, you call the class yoga for resilience, and is that I feel like I'm gonna walk out of here today a little more resilient. Is
Wonderful.
that you wanna explain?
That's my hope.
Yeah.
That's my hope. Yes, because it is very challenging time right now.
Yeah.
And it's really important for us to stay centered and whole and in a place of loving kindness, so that's what we're offering to each other.
We agree on that. That is for sure the objective. And that's why Tricia is here helping us achieve this goal. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you to be here. And you do one-on-one sessions with people too.
I do.
If they are going through something, like today the women were so lovely, and it's women and men though, right?
Yes.
But it was such a lovely class. But if I was going through something where I was like, whoa, you could help guide me through something specific to where I'm at and my needs.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And your physical limitations or your abilities. Yes, it would be tailored specifically for you.
Wow. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Well, I am super intrigued to learn more about. Thanks for telling us about how you came to it. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about your favorite, like what has come to be like your favorite avenue of study and of focus in yoga that you like just lights you up, that you really are into, maybe just right now?
Right. Well, right now I'm doing a course online with my teacher, Rod Stryker, a meditation course for luminous coherence.
Ooh.
And it's right. And he expects a commitment if you do stuff with him. Always a 40-day practice. You don't teach it till you own it.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm working on meditation.
Okay, and like a deeper dive, is it something that is different than what you've studied in meditation before?
Yes, it's a little different approach.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess we'll wait till you're done with
Right.
your class, and then you can teach that to us. I'll get back to Tricia, and we need to talk to her more.